In our third part, we are going to discuss about browsing the internet and installing or uninstalling applications, because that's also something that most people do on their computers. So about browsing the internet, Windows uses the Edge browser, is their own browser. It's of course not as popular as Chrome or Firefox, and thus you won't find as many extensions for it, but probably has the same basic functionalities like the other ones. You see, first is first time you open the browser, you will see the homepage of Microsoft, and yeah, is there, store and eBay, Disney Plus, news here. I don't know exactly what this page is. Yeah, okay. It's about Microsoft, and their products. But I'm not sure it's with the news and all of that. Okay, apparently I cannot go on this page. But anyways, what happens when we click a new page? Let's see. You have like a feed here. It's the same news. It's the same page. I see. That's basically the home page. Yeah, so you can have top sites, a blank page. Yeah, just basic things. Okay, what happens if we search for something? Let's search for CRISPR, sickle cell treatment. Let's just see. I don't know. It's a very interesting new technology, CRISPR. So it's great to see that they are advancing so much with science that they can edit the DNA and so forth. Okay, I wrote it wrong. But yeah, they use Bing as a search engine. Bing is their own search engine, so they use all of their products. Okay, that's fine. And another thing that I want to see, it's let's say youtube.com. Of course, so far it's just a browser. What do we want more from it? Probably has bookmarks and all of that. It's a bit slow on my virtual machine. So I wanted to point out that the internet is full of trades. You trade your data, you trade your attention, you trade your currency in order to have access to all kinds of services, as in websites. Most websites are trade based. They want something from you. They ask something from you in order for you to access them. So for example, let's take YouTube, okay? YouTube seems free, but it's not, because they collect data about users and then they put ads everywhere.
Here we go.
Oops.
Okay, now let's get into
Okay, calm down. the speed on the Edge, the loading, it's awful, and probably it's because of the virtual box. Oh, you see, this is ads. These are ads. Okay, buy this, buy that. Let's search for just a music video, any kind of music video. Music video. Okay, slower and slower. I think it's something to do with Windows in this case. Probably it's a lot more resource intensive. Yeah, so first one is an ad, of course. Let's just put the first video here. Usually YouTube has lots of pre-roll ads. rarely you won't see that probably. They have in player ads inside the player, so the video sometimes can stop and an ad will play. Music videos are ads many times, on their own, so probably you don't even need an ad. Let's try another one. You see a pre-roll ad straight away. It's quite a long ad. Actually, there will be 2 ads as far as it says here. Ad 1 of 2. So yeah, that was my point here that I wanted to make. Edge doesn't care about such things. The only thing that it cares is to allow people to visit websites, right? Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. But you don't quite have control over what you're doing, over the content and so forth. Like for example, if I want to save this video, or to save this page, or to stop the ads, I cannot control that, by default at least. Okay, now let's go in TROMjaro. Let's see how TROMjaro deals with this. In TROMjaro we use Firefox. The first page that you will see is from our own project, TROMjaro.com. Here you can read more about our project, the releases, apps that we recommend, articles, and so forth. When you click on new tab, you'll see some bookmarked things from us, like here to again support and releases, or from our main project if you want to see our documentary, read our books and so forth. Everything we do is free, trade free, so you don't have to pay anything. We don't ask anything from anyone. Let's say we search something like CRISPR cell treatment and sickle cell treatment. We use as the default search engine, we use DuckDuckGo. It's a lot more private than Bing or Windows or Google. Okay. Yeah, nice. Everything like almost on par with, or more than so, with Bing. You can search for images, videos, news, and so forth. On top of that, we have multiple other choices for as a search engine. All of them are quite private, and quite good alternatives to these big search engines like Google and Bing. What I wanted to show you is that we care for the users to have access to what they need in a way that they can control it. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's say let's say it's a scientific article about this CRISPR and the sickle cell treatment. Okay, let's see if we find a website that links to a scientific article. A science paper, scientific paper, not article, maybe paper. Let's see, maybe this one. Yeah, probably. So as you can see here, you can read the introduction. Maybe in this case you can read the entire scientific paper. It could be, or maybe not. These are the references in the scientific article, so maybe that's why it looks so big. But let's see. Most of the scientific articles you cannot read online. So whatever is behind the paywall, you know, human beings don't have access to that, which is such a big problem with today's society. And what we do is allowing people through the tweaks that we did to Firefox to unlock any scientific article. So if you click that, but probably this one, you know, wasn't there. Maybe let's see. Maybe this was the article itself. Let's see. I'm talking about specifically scientific articles, okay? Let's see, it should detect automatically if it finds that. If not, you can put a reference number. And there you go, the full article. Most of the time probably will just redirect to the article itself. Maybe now I couldn't pick that up because I didn't go exactly to the article itself. Maybe. But in any case, you can unlock any scientific article. That's one thing. Another thing is, let's say you go on YouTube. And it's much faster in the same virtual box, but with TROMjaro. You click any video and you won't see ads. You'll just won't see ads or trackers or anything like that. As you can see here, we have an ad blocker that blocks ads. We have a tracker, not a tracker, but a tracker blocker that blocks trackers. You can even download the video if you want to watch it on your computer later on. You should be able to do that. You can even save the page if you want to save the page for reading it later, or see how this page looked like, you know, the last month or whatever. So as you can see, you have a few really good options from the get-go. So you have control over your browsing, okay? If you want to stop the ads, you stop the ads. Stop the trackers, stop them. You want to download videos or photos or music, you can do that. So that's what we offer. In that regards, our browser that comes pre-installed with TROMjaro, I would say it's a lot better. It's you cannot compare it because for new users, they don't have to do anything. These things are by default installed. You know, in a way, we take care of our users. Okay, so when it comes to browsing, although it's something that is quite easy to achieve and is default in any operating system, most operating systems, they don't care much about how users browse the internet. The fact that the data is mined, and their mind is mined, because injecting ads into people's faces, you know, and putting ads here and there and make them consumers, mindless consumers, you know, that's a problem. And we want for users to be able to control that and not be influenced by such tactics. Of course, you can disable these things in TROMjaro. You want to watch ads, you watch ads. But you should also be able to, download videos or websites or music or photos and so forth. And we allow for that. Okay, so that's the browsing on the two operating systems, as default, by default. We did nothing to any of this except using the pre-installed default browsers.